talk about what your whole approach has been in terms of products when you started, and it seems like it's shifted a little bit here of late.
Well, to understand us means that you can't have any
conceived notions of a group.
Because I believe, we have competitors, okay? There are private groups. We're a private group. There are manufactured sponsored groups like the Shaw Alliance, okay? Ours has always been from day one. We're very, let's put it another way, we're very hard surface oriented from the beginning. My background came from that. I started in the industry 43 years ago, and it never left, my feeling. We are in the soft side of the business. We actually started the company 15 years ago, though, and it was called American Hard Surfaces Group. And then about 2 or 3 years into it, we figured, well, one day we're going to want to get into the soft, so we legally had it changed to American Home Surfaces Group, and now also the Commercial One division. But there are things that we don't do that we're very proud of, okay? The easiest one right off the top of my head, our convention. We do not make money off of our members, and we do not make money off of our suppliers to attend these conventions, okay? For every dollar that's contributed to our convention by a supplier, we match it out of pocket. We subsidize our members' rooms down to where they can't possibly say no, to attend. It's just changes like that. Major changes also in our product philosophy and loyalty with our suppliers. I don't want 10 hardwood suppliers. I don't want 10 ceramic suppliers. I don't want 10 lamp. We try and find one great partner in a category, in a supplier category, and it pays dividends to us. All you have to do is look at when we started 15 years ago with Dow Tile. Because of that relationship, we were just elated at our convention. They were there, Marazzi was there, and American Olean were there. They were all there to introduce and announce officially to the members that they now are also part of the program. We couldn't have done that had we had a bunch of competitive tile products in there years ago. That's just a terrific example. So, that being said, I think maybe you perhaps have seen the popular TV show called Shark Tank. Okay.
I noticed that on the program.
That was our format. We always have, our shows are shows. I don't really call them conventions. It's show business.
He's an actor.
It's show business.
The one that I attended, I think it was sort of a Broadway show, even if I can recall.
This one here, the setting was, if you can think of the Tonight Show or the David Letterman show, we're on stage there. We have our interview desks and couch or whatever, and to our left is our band, okay? The Paul Schaefer and, that kind of thing. And it's just entertaining. It's a show they come to. And we're responsible to, entertaining them
Keeping them
as
awake.
well. That's the name of the convention was Get On Up. That's from the old James Brown song, Get On Up. And we got them all up. Dancing and clapping to start the show off with, so everybody was right into it, and we didn't Shark Tank Dow Tile, Marazzi, and AO because of really that was such a special announcements to us. Those are huge announcements for us, but all of our other suppliers and new suppliers, we did a Shark Tank show. Where we would take, if you looked at the TV show, there's always 5 sharks up on a panel there. We would take 5 of our members across the United States, and then the supplier had his 5-10 minutes to present his case, and they had little paddles at the end of just a nibble, or I'll take that bait, or hook, line, and sinker. And it was, the voting process was taking place,
Right.
and
they got to ask
the
questions.
audience, and they got to
And
ask
did
questions.
get to, I mean, that was really one of the things that they loved
Yeah.
the most, is they were able to one-on-one ask that supplier a question, you know,
Very
to
interesting.
That's our thing.
promote their
So it's
product.
education and having fun in the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keeping
You
them
know,
awake.
What goes into these shows doesn't start a couple weeks before the show. And there's a lot of, you know, we can barely talk or see one another by the time the show usually takes place. But no, it all comes together.
But it does take a good year.
The products that you have obviously fit well with the members that you have, many of whom are Alliance, Shaw Alliance. Talk about that fit. I mean, there must not be that many conflicts. How does that work?
Yeah, well, we are not, you know, Shaw, I think, is all my respect and everything, but I'm sure they'll never want to be part of our alliance, you know, is what we do. And, so what we try and do is, you know, let's go back to those three dynamics. Okay, the PET side of it. Well, you know, that's the carpet side. We made 3 moves on the PET side of the business. One was an existing, the Lexmark, but an enhanced Lexmark, and on the commercial side with Lexmark. A lot of people don't realize the size of Lexmark is in the hospitality commercial business. It's extremely substantial. And they described to everybody also that 60% of their company was, recently was acquired by a $13 billion conglomerate in the United States. You look at Shaw and Mohawk, those are $6, $7, $8 billion. This is $13 billion. They're putting some money in this thing. So we see that getting substantially more important up there. Godfrey Hearst has always been equated with the connotation of wool, okay, which they still are. They're with us now with the wool, but they're also in the PET business now too. A lot of people don't realize it. They're just kicking that off basically at our show.
Right.
Then there was an opportunity for us to work with Matthews and Parlow up there in Calhoun, and that's quite a unique story. William Matthews and Bobby Parlow, I guess one day won the United States lottery with Bob Shaw's operation, and they have an arrangement where they get all of Bob Shaw's overruns and things like that, and it's a tremendous value for our members. But I'm going to say 25 to 33% of our, maybe even higher than that, are stocking dealers. We like stocking dealers a lot. 25% of our members are commercial, at minimum. You know, and we have something that we can't really talk about right now on the soft side of that, but it'll be taking effect shortly. And but we really enhanced the hard surface side of the commercial side of the business. Metrofloor came on board and announced at our convention. You know, they are the largest supplier of LV products in the United States, and they take care of us on all 4 installation procedures. The loose lay, connecto, which is called, engage, which is the mechanical click, Metrofloor, made by Metrofloor, full spread, dry back, very important in the commercial side of the business, and Aspire, which is the loose lay that you can use a grout finish on that as well. And now their artistic side of it too is a huge important part of the commercial side of our business. Roping, we brought Ropey in a couple of years ago at our Arizona convention. We had no idea what this would turn out to be. And now Ropey is in the commercial LV business as well. These are great partners to have on our team. So again, we hit those three dynamics, and we're pretty proud of them.
I should say. Let me ask you about the modular. You had mentioned commercial on one of the three programs that you were really stressing at this convention. Talk about that.
Well, as I said before, I wish I could get a little bit more specific on that right now, but who we are referring to was at the convention, actually had a booth. All of our commercial members, they were able to huddle with them, and they were here just the other day, and they've just asked us if we could just keep things unannounced right now, but we'll have a very big announcement to make in the modular commercial carpet business.
Very interesting, very interesting.
I wish I didn't have to be so vague, but
Well, I won't tell anybody.
First of the year.
I promise I won't tell
It'll be on our
anybody.
website.
Now, one of the other things I noticed on your program was Dream Alliance.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you about that.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
Well, we also bought the rights to the words Dream Alliance. When we came up with the idea for the commercial one, we wanted something that sort of encompassed, the fact that we have that commercial side and we have the residential side as well. And we came up with the words Dream Alliance. If you are a member who does not do any of the commercial one business, you're part of our AHSG Dream Alliance division. If you are a customer that does both, you are part of the AHSG Dream Alliance and you do business with commercial one as well. So it's kind of encompassing, to show that we are really the Dream Alliance. We cover all of the areas of surfaces, not just flooring, for both market segments.
Nobody loses, everybody wins, and it's one big family.
Very interesting. Let me ask you about price point. You've got a wide smattering of retailers, from really do-it-yourself up to the design. I have to imagine you cover an awful lot of price points as well.
Interesting question. Okay. But our mix, we've been very blessed. We have a far better than average mix. Okay. I think that has to do a little bit with the effort that we put in investing in displays with our members. Okay. I'll negotiate a display system with a supporting supplier, and basically the way it goes, it's their best, what I call their luxury displays, okay? And whatever we end up paying for that, we buy it directly, okay? And I'll normally just split that in half with the member, and I'll pay the difference. It puts us in a position for price point, for high mix price point. It takes just as much time to sell a high mix as it does it's a wide, spend more time on the higher end of the business. Medium, higher end, that's pretty much our marketplace.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned you hadn't been in the growth mode, but you're shifting gears here. Talk about that and the type of people that you would like to see join the organization. Okay. I mean, because you have, again, a wide smattering of types.
Yeah, well, the growth mode, again, as I said, we grew so fast, so quickly. And a lot of that growth came from our own suppliers, representatives, bringing their customers to us because they knew, unlike other groups, I don't have 10 woods, I don't have 10 ceramics, that kind of thing. All right, I don't bring any pollution in there. And they really like that. And then when we co-invest with it on their luxury displays, it's a win-win for everybody.
That commitment to the supplier is twofold. It's bifold. It's great for the supplier, but it's also great for that prospective member. It's a little more concentrated when we come in there.